He just putting it on the spot is weird.
I know, right? Yeah.
This is weird. It is weird.
You know what else is weird? That you're not subscribed to our Patreon. So go to patreon.com/AOTVcast and support us if you want a bunch of exclusive content and extra shit and early access and no ads. Go support us.
That's good. Yeah.
Happening. All right.
It's
Check,
happening now and
check,
it's happening
check.
live.
Check.
Share the stream. Share the stream.
Check.
Share the stream.
Share.
Share the stream.
Share, everyone. Share the stream.
Yeah, just, feel free to share the
You
stream.
actually titled it Johnny Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
He's an alright. He was an alright president, I guess.
I think he did something cool. What did he do? He did something cool? Didn't he, lower gas prices or something like that?
Good one.
Right?
He got rid of all the slaves.
Oh.
And killed vampires.
Yeah, he definitely killed vampires. I remember
vampires.
that. I remember that.
Yep.
But yeah, feel free to share the stream. Let me know once we get going. We started super fucking late. Our bad. We had to figure some shit out on the fly. As you can tell, we're not in our normal home-based studio, but nonetheless, we're gonna make this work for everybody.
It looks nice.
Yeah,
Like it.
we're.
Looks homey.
What's in your cup, man?
Whiskey and Coke. Okay.
Whiskey and Coke.
That's good. I like it.
I got whiskey with a splash of Coke. And Roger, you got some Rebecca Creek cool mug.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Rebecca Creek. Yeah,
That was
nice
a,
little spot.
that's a good little
The
spot.
last time that I performed with John. Oh no, we did the.
We did what was that one? Up rooftop ceiling. What's it called?
Yeah, rooftop. That's right.
Rooftop.
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 Hey guys, if you're just tuning in, please feel free to reshare this shit. We're gonna give away a lot of cool stuff today. There's some things right here over to my left, over to my right. We're gonna be giving this away.
There's fireworks, dude.
Fireworks, man. July the 4th.
Some fucking fireworks.
blow some
It's
stuff
getting
up.
real
America.
festive. And yeah, man, it's gonna be a fucking blast, and I'm excited to talk to Johnny Abraham because we haven't had him on the show.
And ever.
No, this is the first time.
This is
guys.
the first
And
time.
I like
first
y'all's
time
show.
caller.
Yeah, first time caller. How's it
Yeah,
going?
long time listener, first time caller. But without further ado, let's play a cool song.
Aliens on the border.
The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found faster than light, spaceship of the future.
By direction of the President of the United States, stay in your home.
Is it human or inhuman? Earthly or unearthly?
Born in that swirling inferno of radioactive dust, there is no word to describe them.
We may be witnesses to a biblical prophecy come true.
Why is it that we usually ignore the fourth dimension?
Is this the human race of the future?
Aliens on the border.
Hey, what's up, man?
Go subscribe to our Patreon, first of all, at patreon.com/AOTVcast and support us so we could do cool stuff. Today we have a very special guest that is,
My dog.
name Ghost. No, I'm kidding.
Hey.
Over to my left over here, we have Mr. John Abraham.
Thank you. How's it going, guys?
We're chilling, man. Well, I'm chilling. I'll speak for myself. I'm chilling. I hit a fucking... I mean, we're all laxing, man. We're on a couch right now. Got a
nice
drink in
little spot.
hand.
Oh.
How you
This-
doing today, bro?
Good. It was really warm out there today. It was like in the hundreds. Every time I come down here, it's usually always in the hundreds. So today was no different. Yesterday was a little bit cool. I was just melting out there today. I was melting all morning.
I hit a bike ride before coming over here. Like I just did a
Did
quick-
you say that you
Yeah.
hit a bike rider? I was,
On the sun.
No.
Like you
I
hit a
just-
bike.
No, I didn't
Just
hit a
assaulted
bike
him.
rider.
yeah.
I myself, hopped on a bike.
Hit the trail.
And hit the trail, did a couple miles. I was listening to B.I.G., dude. I just felt like listening to some old rap shit. I've been on a rap binge
Yeah.
lately.
Do you bicycle like for fitness and stuff? Are you real big into like bicycling?
No, but I try. I do it as a workout. You know what I mean? Because it's easy on the legs. Supposedly, all of my legs were fucking on fire.
It's real good. It's real good for the knees, right? It takes
I
out a lot of
hear
shock.
that that's the thing.
But it's
I
real
don't know.
bad for the Achilles tendon, like all that.
It's also real bad for
meddling.
fat people with such as myself, because that bike seat is right up in your fucking.
Oh
asshole.
yeah. You have to get like specialized seats.
Yeah,
so
you
that,
need a fat person seat.
Yeah, you gotta get a fat person seat, and also like seats so it doesn't destroy your testicles.
Yeah, man. Because
Because riding that long, man, it hurts.
It was only like 30 minutes, but like, dude, fucking,
I only went around the block, but fuck, it was hell.
dude,
I was going to the convenience store by the
I
liquor.
just did a
right?
circle or two in my backyard, and then I called it a day, dude. Fuck.
Fred says we need more dolphin noise.
We do need more dolphin noise.
We should have that on the fucking.
It's the
on
missing one that's
soundboard.
right here.
Yeah,
and
then
fucking,
we'll add that.
It's a nice little thing you got right there, man. Very
oh, it's
colorful.
a nice little thing. You know what's funny, dude? We just went like from yesterday's presentation and like all this shit. Now we're like, I almost feel
Winging it. It just
Yeah,
went straight to amateur hour, dude.
yeah,
Fuck it.
super amateur hour.
So we were talking yesterday. We had a thank you to Laredo Film Society for
Shout
having
out
us
to
out.
y'all.
We did a what was basically a podcast seminar. How to start your own podcast, what to think about everything.
Really?
from
Yeah.
conceptualization
Wow, that's
to
cool.
monetization. It was a whole thing. And it was actually really cool. We packed it the fuck out.
Yeah, man.
There was a
like
lot of
1,000
there.
people there.
Where y'all
There
at?
was
We're
1,000
at the
people.
Okay, there was like 998 people, but who's fucking counting or whatever?
There was a good amount of people packed it out. Everybody was really impressed with the presentation. I think both Josh and I have always had this weird I don't know, kind of like an imposter thing where we just feel like, you know, I mean, I definitely don't feel like a professional, but if I'm able to lend, you know, advice to someone and let them know how to build their thing and they take it and they feel like it was really helpful, then cool.
That's awesome.
And then we get here and we have to rig these things because we forgot the mic stands that we normally
Gorilla
use.
podcast, you know, you
real.
just set up real
So-
quick, man. It was nice, little convenient, man. You had it was like a podcast in a box. Y'all just busted out.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean, normally we would be able to set up no problem because we have these other mic stands that we use, but since we've been at a studio now, these things are usually stationary. Like we don't have to move them around and pack them up. We did so for the thing
just
yesterday.
for fucking demonstration purposes and shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool, man. I don't know. I had a great time. I was surprised.
that's awesome. And you don't
Surprised
think
that
y'all are successful or what? Like,
Not
I'm
that-
minimally successful.
Not necessarily successful. I think in terms of the realm of our friends, yeah, we're successful. But I think at the way everybody else, I guess, kind of aims at, like not necessarily. But I'm still really proud of what we've done and how far we've come. So
that's awesome. That's what you got to do, man. Because I've noticed, like in the past in my life, like success never really seems real.
yeah,
Like as far as you come in life and stuff, like it just never seems like you never. I never hit that spot where I'm like, oh, I finally made it. And I know, like I've done like things,
made
I've
it.
accomplished stuff, right? Like,
Finally made it.
yeah.
I won't feel like I made it until like
you can do it full time without worrying about bills.
no, even
Oh,
beyond
okay.
that. Like I feel like that's one level of it, but I feel like for me the ultimate success would just be like, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna book like an entire outing, an event type of thing, and just like cover it for whoever I want to invite. Like I don't care. Like let's just all go. Like don't worry about it, type of shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
No,
cool.
just be
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
Like
yeah,
that would feel like a
so,
level of success.
flex on
Check
your
it out.
friends.
No, not like a flex on my friends. Like, hey, let's go do something fun, and don't worry about it. I got it. Like, it's not a flex. It's just like
It's a kind of a flex.
I don't think it's a. I'm not doing. Like I
just
wouldn't
kidding.
be doing it.
I'm
anymore.
just kidding.
You know what,
I
dude?
don't
You're
have to-
uninvited from any future from any
It's
future
like
vacations.
Any future flexing, I will not flex on you.
Yeah, dude. No, because but you know what I mean. Like I just want to be like, hey man, like let's take a weekend trip to like shit. I don't fucking know. Let's go to the store. Let's go to the comedy store and just catch,
Do a podcast there?
Pick
That'd
out
be-
whatever you want.
let's go grocery shopping. I got you.
I had a friend do that once. Actually, it was
Dude,
not
that's
flexing,
legit.
but it's because I was very broke at the time
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
I
needed
feel
some
that.
help. So it was cool. Very,
nice.
very good.
Well, I mean,
Shout out to
this-
the real ones that got you down when the times is bad. You know.
100%.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is a really like mobile setup y'all got, man. Throw in some like batteries and a wagon and just pull this place. You could go down the aisle and do a podcast in a
That's what it was
HEB.
designed for. I
You know?
think.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
best quality, best mobility
Yeah, it's pretty
setup that
yeah,
we've got
yeah,
so
it's-
far. But thanks, John. I
I
appreciate
the
compliments,
flowers, man.
What about you, dude? You're so you've got a lot of ventures right now. One of them that we're here to talk about today is the fireworks stand, but you've got a handful of things that you're in, right?
Yeah. Like right now is all I'm all focused on the fireworks stand right now. Right, it's 4th of July season coming up, and so I'm deep in that. Right now, all these fireworks you see are stuff we bought that we're selling at our fireworks stand, American Fireworks. We're located 4600 East Del Mar, right across the street from that church,
Super church.
Super Church, right
Yeah.
off of Del Mar.
Joel
right?
Osteen Church.
Joel
Yeah.
Osteen Church. They're kind of weird people. I don't know. Once I saw
I
rave,
bet you that church is like the hottest bitches.
Ah,
I used to go to that church.
Right?
Is it? Are they cute? Are the girls cute there?
I don't know, man.
That's a trick question.
That's a trick question.
I once saw like a
what
rave
I'm
going on from like across
like
the
a
street.
rave for Jesus,
like
or
a
what the
rave
fuck?
for Jesus going on at that church.
Yo, pull up to Calle Ocho Hype and Hobbies and send some motherfuckers to the Shadow Realm, because every Saturday they got Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. And if you fucking thought that was cool, guess what, dude? They got some baller ass shoes. They got Jordans. They got Yeezys. They got SBs. They got anything that you might need. You got a special request? DM them. Find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Calle Ocho Apparel, or find them on Instagram at Calle Ocho Hype. And if you want to come and visit the store, you know where the fuck it's located at, dude?
It's a 1003 Garfield Street in Laredo.
If the shoes weren't enough, if sending your opponents into the Shadow Realms wasn't enough, guess what, dude? They also have anime collectibles. They got knickknacks, and guess what? They also have fucking patty wax,
Holy
dude.
shit.
They got all sorts of knickknacks, all sorts of fucking patty wax. And if you go online to their website, you know what the website is? You want me to tell you?
Yeah, tell me.
All right, dude. So you get on your computer and then you type in GalleOchoHype.com. Now, you're going to buy something, right? And you're like, my homies, do they got me? Do they got me? Guess what, dude? We got you. Because if you're on checkout and you put in the promo code AOTB, guess what, dude? 10%?
10%, dude.
We're putting that shit in the trunk of our car and stabbing it so that it doesn't go with you on your fucking carts. We love you. Jesus does Molly. Like that would be a badass shirt.
I have some experiences with that church, not great ones.
No,
not that I didn't like. Not
Did
like
you
I
like speak in tongues and shit?
I didn't get that. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Got here dropping bars.
No, I was not dropping bars. It's just
you were possessed by the power of the Holy Spirit.
There's this evangelist guy who kind of would drop in and out of the church every year, and he'd do this youth revival thing, and he would get all of the youngsters to go to a separate like chapel from where the main service was happening, and he would encourage you to like give your life up for Jesus, right? And it was like, yeah, if today's your calling, I'm not knocking it, by the way, whatever, that's your thing. Yeah, everybody who wants to give their life up today, if you've been feeling Jesus calling your heart, come
kill
up
yourself.
Here come up here and let's talk. I'll pray over you, this and that. And there were times, bro, where, again, not knocking it, just in the realm of what I've experienced in terms of church going, it was strange. There was this one kid who, like, he got down, like he collapsed and started like talking in tongues, and everybody was just like, "That's cool, man. That guy made it." And I'm not even kidding when I tell you,
that guy made it, bro.
I'm not even kidding when I tell you, he at one point was like, when he was getting up, he was like slobbering on the floor, like I can't even make it up, dude. It was wild. Bro. And let me tell you this, I kept going.
What, you wanted that experience?
Damn, I don't know who's crazier, the guy slobbering or the vato going back all the time.
I don't know, man. Nichols went to that church too.
Young
bro.
Pickles, bro.
I think it was we both went because we were dating somebody that went to that church.
Ah, okay.
And that we just, but it became very real for me at some point, because I was like, aside from being here, because I was dating this person that was a churchgoer, I myself wanted to, be saved, and really subscribe to it. So, but
did you ever feel saved at any point in time? I'm just not trying to fuck with you, like just a genuine question.
I thought I did, yeah. Like when I was younger, I was really into religion, and then I had like a reawakening, kind of like in my late 20s, early 30s. But now I'm kind of just like, I'm just chill with that. I'm like, oh, whatever. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe,
The moment I set foot in college and I took a biology class, I was like, religion's kind of bullshit. Like, I kind of told myself that immediately. And then the person I was dating at that time broke up with me. And
you're like,
and there was a really crazy story that I will not tell right now, but it was.
I think you've told that story previously, right?
Yeah, but I don't want.
Okay, all right, it's cool. Go back to the catalog; it's on there.
Go to the archives.
Our audience has changed quite a bit. I don't know if I can tell that, but yeah, man, I definitely went through a point where there was a lot of stuff going on, personally with like my family and shit like that, and
was this like before or after like your gay phase?
Not even close to being funny. But it was wild, man. I did feel at some point that I was like, I'm I'm gay for Jesus, dude.
Dude, I'm super down to be gay for Jesus, bro. You know, I want to be saved.
No, similar. Like right after high school, I joined the army, right? And the first military base I went to, I was actually kidnapped by like a Christian cult kind of thing.
What?
Yeah.
Where were you?
This was like in Fort Stewart, Georgia, right? And so it was out there like in the boonies, middle of nowhere, right?
Okay.
And then I first day on base, right? I'm out there. I get assigned to my unit and apartment and stuff where I'm staying at, and I'm unpacking all my stuff, and there's a knock on the door. I open it. Some guy's like, "Hey, is so and so here?" I'm like, "Nah, he's not here." He's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm this guy. You want to come and hang out?" Me and you guy was like, all right, sure, why not? Let's go.
What the fuck, John?
I thought he was like a good
part of the army, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was all in uniform and everything, right?
Okay.
So like,
shit.
And he's very more charismatic than I'm making him look out, right? So
he was like, "Hey, John, what's up,
what's
bro?
going on? Yeah, is this guy here and stuff? You want to come and hang out with us? We're gonna go kick it and play.
We
some
got
pool and
Jesus
stuff."
juice.
Yeah, no, did not mention Jesus at all. I thought we were gonna go like drink or something, right? I thought we were gonna go like play pool or something, right? And then no, dude, like I hop in his ride and we go out and I'm like just talking to him and he's like, I was asking where are we going? He's like, we're going to church. I'm like, what? Okay, that's not
jumped out.
That's
the car.
cool, whatever, man, dude. So yeah, they take me to this church and then like it's a mass, right? It's an actual like service and stuff. And then I afterwards like I'm like, okay, take me back and stuff. And then I go in there and I talk to my sergeant. I was like, man, like weird things just happened to me. I just went to church with these some like strangers. He's like, is it this church, what so-and-so, whatever? I'm like, yeah. Oh, they do that to all the new guys. They just come and pick them up and stuff. He's like, did you have a vehicle? I'm like, yeah, I have my own truck, right? Oh, that's probably why they wanted you. They like getting the new guys with vehicles so that they could take guys to their church.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And this guy, like, kept on, he legit stalked me for, like, 2 months, like, every weekend. Like, hey, you want to go to church? You want to go to church? You want to go to church?
No.
Yeah, it was crazy, right? They ended up being, like, I heard they were, like, one of these, I don't know, like, not Westboro. I forgot what they're called, but they're, like they're very like anti-war, like they actually take soldiers and they'll like put them, like hide them if they're go AWOL and stuff if they don't want to go to join,
like get deployed or whatever.
Yeah, if they get deployed and stuff, and a bunch of other weird stuff like that, right? Like
that's fucking wild.
They would get some of the new soldiers to like donate money direct from their checks to like support their church and stuff, but it was really weird. It was a weird place.
That's kind of fucked up.
It was a very Brim and Firestone kind of church too. Like he was like, everyone's going to hell. Elvis is in hell right now,
Elvis?
Yeah.
Elvis is in
believe-
hell.
I believe
Shout out to
that.
Elvis, bro.
I'm gonna take this shit off of here
And
I'm
just
gonna
freeball
hold
it?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Because
Do you.
It's just
Do what you
Do the
feel.
mic.
mute my channel.
All right. Do what you feel. It's fine. The
Puppy didn't like it.
He's like, nah, man, don't do that. You're gonna fuck it up.
But yeah, that was my early experience. After that, I was like, I kind of stepped away from religion for a while.
I grew up like in a Catholic household as fuck, so I went to like Sunday school and shit.
Yeah.
But I was at Vato in Sunday school that was like, y'all realize that like there's other versions of religions that exist in different societies, right? Like, what the fuck are we doing right now? And then like the teacher would just be like, "De qué hablas?" or some shit, and I'd be like, "Bro, you don't know about like Egyptian religion? Like, come on, like the
You walk like an Egyptian. You know about the hieroglyphics. You don't know about Osiris. What's up?
like, come on, bro. Jesus is like a fucking ripoff of Osiris, my guy. Come on, same shit." And then everybody in the class was just like, "Al Chile, bro," and I was like, "Y'all don't watch History Channel, dog?" Like, yes, for real. This shit is real. I don't know. I that was me though. Like,
You haven't seen Ancient Aliens, man? Come on.
Dude, Ancient Aliens
all
was
aliens.
my whole fucking vibe, dude. You know what's crazy? You know who's real into Ancient Aliens? My dad. Like,
Really?
out of nowhere. Like, he'll just fucking be in the living room, and I walk in, and I just see like Gio Yana, whatever the fuck.
The guy with the weirdo-
yeah,
weirdo
the
hair.
fucking
Yeah.
aliens or whatever.
It was aliens, man.
Yeah, dude. It was
All right,
fucking
all right. Okay, if this feels better because that other thing I didn't like the way it was hanging on there, and
Yeah, it
not
was
down to have shit fall. In the
Yeah,
middle
it's
of-
hanging loose, and I feel like it was gonna catapult the entire fucking
It's just
table.
Um,
You know what I recently
sense.
watched? Fucking Hard Pivot, Chronicles of Narnia. I'm on movie 2, because I had never really seen them.
Is Carlos and Narnia? Is that the where they go in the closet?
Yeah, and the
Oh,
lion
okay.
and shit.
Yeah. No, I've only seen part 1. I didn't never know there was part 2.
There's 3 movies.
There's 3?
There's
What?
3 movies, and this is one of the most violent children's movie I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
which one?
Chronicles of Narnia. Violent as fuck. They like
Never seen it.
they do this whole
kill-
ritualized
yeah.
killing
Yeah.
of the fucking lion.
The
And I'm
lion,
like,
yeah.
how is this a children's movie?
I
Like, what
watched
the fuck?
Pan's Labyrinth thinking it was a children's movie, and that shit fucked me up.
Is that
Yeah?
the one with David Bowie?
No, is it?
No, that's
Yeah.
Labyrinth.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Isn't it? I don't fucking know.
Pan's Labyrinth is the eyes on the
Guillermo
hand.
del
Oh,
Toro.
okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Oh,
talking
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know.
Guillermo del Toro.
Hey, so what's the deal with fireworks, man?
Oh, well, I got into selling fireworks when I was really young. I think I was like 12.
No shit.
Yeah, I think it's like not even the legal age to sell fireworks, right?
Just slanging
Right
shit.
on.
Yeah, just slanging
Allegedly.
fireworks.
Allegedly at the age of 12.
Allegedly. And then, no, my cousin got me into it, right? He was working for this couple who was actually like a church youth group people. So
Whoa, full circle.
Full circle, right?
Yeah.
And then I did it for one day on July like 3rd, right? And I came back for the next day. The fireworks stand had burned down.
What?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Somebody's getting high on their own supply. You know what I mean?
100%.
It was crazy. It was sad, right? Because I mean, that couple was an older couple, right? They lost everything, you know. And then so the next year, my cousin started doing it, and he hired me. And then since then,
That's amazing. Oh, hey, the block just opened up. We took this old lady and this old man out of business, and it looked amazing.
Yeah.
it was a great show. I mean, no, right? And then so since then, I've been doing it. Next year, my dad took it over, and then because my cousin ended up going to college, right? So he couldn't do it. And since then, I've been doing it. This has been since like the early 2000s. I've been selling fireworks, and I think I've only missed like 3 or 4 seasons because various reasons. Once I was deployed, you know, once I was just out of state and stuff. So, but no, I've been selling fireworks since I was like real young.
Here in Laredo, or was it like
not here? I started in Carrizo. I've only been selling fireworks here for about 6 years, 7 years maybe.
No shit.
Yeah.
I thought you would have said like 2 years maybe. But
Oh. No. I started selling fireworks. I've been selling fireworks longer than I've been doing comedy. So,
oh, cool.
yeah.
How long have you been doing comedy?
About 5 years. This August will be 5 years.
Oh, shit.
So-
Okay. How long have you been doing comedy, like in total?
Probably like 4.
Okay.
I think it's 4. Yeah, I started. What are we? 22. I started 2018. So
Okay. When did you start the mic drop? 2020?
2019.
19?
Really?
Yeah, it's been this last May was its 3rd year.
Wow, that's good. It's great. It's great, Mike. I tell everyone to come down here, man. It's
Thanks,
probably
man.
my favorite.
The last mic that we had was fucking nuts. We had
Yeah.
19
was.
comics.
It was-
The
Yeah.
first half was
That's how-
amazing. The second
Yes.
half was rough.
It's good
was
because it's really like professionally ran. Like how y'all have two hosts and then an intermission in the middle.
Yeah.
So
We
people
don't
will
do
get, like, a
intermission
drink.
as much anymore.
Yeah. I can't.
Just
I
'cause-
imagine, yeah,
because it's kind of hard to get through everything before close time. But yeah, man. I mean, I wouldn't be able to run it without Franny, so I wanted to start it off with him. I think both Franny and I started that
Frenacious.
with started that with the idea of like, let's just have our own shit and run it the way we want to run it, the way we think it should be run, and we started that, and it's seen success.
yeah,
So,
it's really good.
the mics are going really well. The showcases are sponsored now. I go in with the idea of just like all I want to do is take care of
Zoom,
the comics.
zoom.
All I want to do is zoom. But yeah, I just want to take care of the comics, right? So as long as we can pay the comics, and we have that set every show, so it's as good as it's as good as it gets. And I think like now that we're getting people who are coming in from out of town, and they're like, holy shit, like this is run like really well. Like, you know, we want to keep hitting it every other week or whatever. It's starting to get that notoriety of like, hey, this is worth traveling to.
It's a nice little like oasis down here in South Texas.
It's
for
cool,
comedy,
man.
You know? I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
it's really cool, and I think it's also like I think we set out for it to be something similar to the way that like the LOL was when we 3 years ago when we first started traveling.
Yeah.
So when we started traveling out and hitting these places, we always thought like, why can't we have something like this here? You know, where like comics from out of town will come over here. You know, and sure enough, there is. You know, so I mean, this last one we had this random dude from New Zealand there.
Oh yeah, that guy, right?
Oh, well, he was from Austin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He was stuck in New Zealand
He was a really
because
interesting
of the pandemic.
And he's
Yeah.
dating someone from Ensenada, which is the weirdest
Which
thing.
is crazy, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why? Just like,
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
don't
New
know.
Zealand women. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
We picked an Ensenada.
dude. It's wild, man. And then we had 4 comics. Shout out Dolly and the
Corpus
rest
crew.
of the Corpus, the Misfits as they called them. Those guys were
Dude, the half
hilarious.
blind guy had like by far my favorite set.
hilarious,
Dude,
dude.
yeah, for
Which
sure.
one is that?
Ben Man.
Ben
Badass
Man,
name.
yeah, dude.
Oh yeah,
fucking-
he's funny. He's funny.
Is that like a stage name? Or
I
is
don't
that his
fucking
real
know,
fucking name?
dude,
I don't
but
know, but
it's-
shout out to you, dude. That's a cool name.
He just friended me on Facebook the other day. I was like, all right, cool.
Is his name actually Ben
This
Man?
is Ben
with
Man.
twins?
Yeah, with two ends.
And
Yeah,
and
so
fucking knew it, dude.
it's real.
Yeah, that dude was funny as hell when he was talking about the about the guy that we had filming the event, and he was like, "Oh shit, you were in my blind spot." It's like somebody should put a belt on that guy. That shit cracked me the fuck up, man. That shit was good. But yeah, dude. So I mean, like, fireworks are cool. You know, I'd say I first I didn't even know you were running a stand until everybody was like, "Dude, let's go work with John Abraham," and I was like, "What is he doing?" You know, and they're like, "Yeah." A lot of the comics were helping y'all out. With
I hired a few of the comics in Laredo, and like they're pretty good. They're pretty good. I like them. So I mean, they came and helped out, and it's been blowing up ever since. I want to say COVID was probably like the best thing that ever happened to fireworks.
In a great position, honestly. It's in a great position because I feel like all the other fireworks stands need to fucking travel like out headed towards like Corpus or.
Yeah, it's right on the city limit line. So we're the first fireworks stand out there. Like, it's the yard in front of me is legally in city limits.
No shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Have you been? I've been once.
I've been in that area when I went to like the abandoned juvenile hall that was there.
Oh yeah, now there's a school out there. They
really?
Yeah, they rebuilt like some. I think it's a.
There used to be an asylum down there.
Yeah,
I'm not even kidding.
Mental
really?
institution.
I'm not
for
even
like
kidding.
Youth.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it
where
was
I-
like all
A haunted thing we would go to.
Yeah, you keep
Really?
going all the way down, and there's this barricaded area.
And it's like
right?
literally like
Yeah.
it's illegal to be here.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like oil fields or something.
No,
down there.
it was an
it's
asylum.
crazy people. All right.
Yeah, it's crazy
It's
people.
crazy kids.
Well, I mean, no longer. Now it's just like abandoned. But
Yeah, it's just abandoned, but
And
that's what makes it
haunted.
spoopy.
yeah.
There's a school out there now because I always see a school bus drive back and forth. So
Maybe it's not a school bus.
Yeah.
it's a ghost school.
Yeah, dude. Fucking goddamn, that's trippy.
Oh, that's crazy.
If there is a school out there, that's weird.
Yeah. I mean, there's weird things that happen out there, and I don't know. Do y'all guys believe like ghosts and aliens?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
No.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I totally. I think I'm clear audio. To be honest, I believe I hear voices and stuff. So
For real?
Fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, we do believe it. It's almost in every single episode.
Oh yeah.
that
We
talk
haven't
about.
really like brought it up in the past
Yeah,
couple.
I have some spoopy updates that we can drop today, so I want to tell you. And yes, my house has some weird shit going on.
Yeah, so
So
that door over
actually-
there wasn't open when we started. Just so
actually,
everyone
D,
knows.
just so you know, we have D as chilling in the back.
Oh, yeah, my friend D, my bad.
One of these chairs moved on its own today.
No bullshit.
Like it just and my girlfriend told me about it. So actually, that's if there's an area that has the most.
Shout out to Helen. What up?
If there's an area that has the most activity, it's like right there.
yeah.
You're sitting in the.
You're
ghost
sitting
chair.
in the ghost splash zone, 100%.
You might get some ectoplasm.
That's
or
where all the
something.
ectoplasm's at, right?
Dude, so wait, before we dive down that rabbit hole, or actually as like a segue into that rabbit hole, there used to be like a food truck park out by that in those fucking
Is
areas.
it still there?
No, some kid accidentally got electrocuted to
I
death,
remember
The barbecue place.
and they
Yes.
shut that shit the fuck down.
That was the delicious place. I'd always go eat there.
There was
Every night it was
there
delicious.
they had a rotating
Like
the rotating roster of food trucks there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was and I remember going a couple of times.
never went. The week I was planning on going was like right after that happened, and they were like, "It's not open anymore."
You know what it was though? It was what's it called? It was the I'm trying to remember what it was.
There was a barbecue.
There was a barbecue. Oh, it looked a lot like Las Palmas.
Right.
Yeah, it looked almost identical, right? Like they had their whole, they had a stage thing,
Had a
and they
wrestling
had
rink and shit?
They had no wrestling rink. They had a stage thing. They had a bar and all this other shit there, and then there was just food trucks around, and yeah, some kid got shocked, dude,
To death.
to death. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
like so.
man.
Like
He
it's
walked
sad.
up-
I'm not trying to make light of it. It sounds crazy, but goddamn, like,
Yeah.
way to ruin it for the rest of us. Sorry.
They had to. I think they changed up some city ordinance because of that for the food trucks, because it used to be like you could just go wherever, and like when you'd show up and you just hang out there, right? But now they have like some areas roped off. It was like a generator with like exposed wiring or some shit that killed him.
That's crazy. Was he like an employee there? Or
No, it was a
It was
child.
a child. It was a little
child.
kid. It was a
Oh,
little
look, this
kid.
battery
They were
goes.
like playing hide and seek, and they were like, "I wonder what this does."
Yeah. They were like, wait till this shit hits 88 miles per hour, and then bang, that guy just time traveled.
That's crazy. That sucks. No, but I hear like there's some spooky stuff that go on out there. Like we'll hear like crackling at nights and stuff. I think it's like chupacabra down there or something, man, dude. Because
I'll
and there's
take-
like,
Sorry, keep going.
oh yeah, no. Then like I've seen like horses just like with no riders, like almost every other night. Like it's crazy. Not that much, but it gets pretty spooky out there, right?
Some wild Mustangs.
Yeah. The other day, my dog was chasing a goat like out of nowhere. Like some goat just pops out, and like my dog is just chasing it. I'm like, what's
And the
going on?
goat was
man?
like, "Do you wish to live delicious?"
Sometimes I think like that's the churches across the street goat. And I don't know what they're doing with it, but I mean,
Sacrifices, bro.
sacrifice goats probably.
Dude, there's a crazy fucking story. So we haven't had like a user submission or listener submission story in a long time, but the last one that we
Hey,
had
start sending your shit in because we're gonna start working on Fear on the Frontera
again.
for October, and this
Yeah.
time we're gonna work on doing it right. So yeah, submit your shit.
So everyone that's listening right now, share this shit, and each share counts as an entry into the raffle.
Yeah, we'll do that.
That's good.
Yeah, that's
share,
a good way, right?
Share,
Yeah.
comment,
Share,
like,
comment,
support,
like.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
We'll have John pick someone out of the list, and then
Yeah.
We like to show what we're raffling.
Well,
Or
which one are we
we're-
doing? This one?
Let's start small, all right? Let's start small. First one, we got a couple of prizes here. Right? I don't want to
Right.
show with you. All right, these are assortments. These are called assortments. They're bags just of a bunch of little fireworks. Right?
Bang, bang.
that's
So
cute.
Little
in
cool
there-
stuff.
These are
you
mainly
know?
for little kids, right? You got your sparklers, your pops, your little cones, and stuff.
nothing that can blow off a finger.
Yeah. Most of the stuff you just put on the floor, light it, step away. You're pretty safe, all right?
All right.
So it's pretty cool. Then we got a bigger one right here. That'll be round 2.
Bam.
Right? It's just the same thing, same concept, just a little bit bigger, more stuff.
A
Right?
little more potential to
Little
burn
snakes
off.
and sparklers, dude.
Then I want to do this one, I guess. It's another assortment. This is our black gold assortment. Right? This is a little
Sheesh,
bit
that's
bigger. This is probably for your teenagers, I'd say, right? And this gives you a nice show.
I used to love fireworks, and I never was like able to afford them. So like seeing
Same.
fireworks is super cool.
Oh, yeah.
But some people I know, they like drop like for 4th of July. Like, what's the most you've seen someone spend on fireworks?
Like $5,000.
Shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 500.
No.
D, can you hook me up? I'm sorry. Just like a little bit of more ice. You know, give me like a nice 4-second and just like a little splash of Coke. Por favor.
You're gonna tip her, right? That's fucked up.
Yeah, man. What's your Cash App? But dude, so usually like I feel. Do you also jump on it like in New Year's? Or no?
Yeah. I'm here for New Year's too. Laredo's actually a special spot because we're within like 40 miles from the border. The border's right there. Right?
Like less than.
Yeah. So we y'all actually get like a lot more seasons than just New Year's and 4th of July.
Is there Cinco de Mayo?
There's Cinco de Mayo,
Okay.
and I think there's a 6 de September.
Oh, the 16, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, like
yeah,
the
the-
Mexican Independence Day.
Yeah, that y'all are able to sell fireworks here, right? I never do it just because I'm always usually busy at the time, and
Yeah.
um,
But technically, you could. Would you mind? Thank you so much. Shout
I'll
out
wait
to
till my
D.
girlfriend gets out so you can tell her.
Muchas gracias.
So it said the ghost danger zone. Any of y'all commenting? Do y'all get entries for this
Yeah,
giveaway too? What's the
comments,
other
all
the,
that.
the big boy
oh, and the
back
last
there?
one right here, right, is
Oh shit!
this one's called a cake. We call them cakes, right? Because they're delicious, right? No, this one got 63 shots. Okay, so if you ever see those displays at the end of the night, like this would probably be one if it was New Year's. Did you want to light at midnight? Right. This is one of our
Nice.
biggest sellers. The 2-minute 60 shot final barrage.
You can't see shit on there because it's glared, but it is
cool.
It's a giant. It's just a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Giant little sky flowers, as they call
Yeah.
them.
So that would be something that you see like, ooh, nice, like on a fireworks
Oh yeah,
show
yeah.
type of shit.
Yeah, and 2 minutes in firework time is a lot. Like it's a long time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
2 minutes in
Jesus.
fireworks time is a lot.
Fireworks
I
are a
love
lot like
fucking
sex.
around.
You know what I mean?
I love fucking around with fireworks, dude.
Oh, I do.
Like I love.
He's got a
Yeah,
theme for fire.
I
He's
like-
a fucking pyromaniac.
When I was a kid, I was a huge pyromaniac. It was a problem. I nearly burnt my house down like 2 or 3 times. I'm not even kidding.
Went
It's
to
not even a
therapy.
joke. I didn't go to therapy actually. I burnt myself a few times.
burned a therapist.
and I just kind of like learned. It was like a learned thing after that. But I do have some scars on my hand. I have a scar, a very significant one on my finger that people point out a lot. It was actually I got that scar because I was burning something on the stove. It was plastic. It melted and it embedded into my skin. So I had to pull it out with tweezers.
So you're
I
like a
was-
superhero for a
I
second.
was young. No,
You're like plastic Wolverine
no, I was
claws.
a plastic man. No, yeah, it was a whole thing that was there, and
wow.
someone's saying something in the group chat. We're not selling fireworks illegally, you fucking moron.
These are giveaways.
These are giveaways, right? And we're not selling them here, okay? But John is selling them legally outside of city limits at his address, which is near the church.
4600 East Del Mar.
East Del Mar.
Right outside of Bob Bullock.
Yeah. So go arrest him, not us.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So that's cool. Again, keep on commenting, share, do all of that, and we'll get y'all an entry for this. And I'm excited to just be doing a live show right now because I feel we haven't done one in a while.
Yeah.
For those of y'all who aren't aware, we don't do live shows as much anymore just because we're kind of working on the quality control portion, which has been difficult. I had to edit my first video today, and fuck me, man. 2 hours, and then not only that, but like the downtime. Like it's editing. I have a video rendering right now still, so it's like. But I mean, it's cool.
We want that good quality, though, right?
Yeah, the quality has
4K,
helped.
you know?
Yeah, the quality has helped. There's less.
See all the acme on your face.
Shit getting there's less shit getting lost in whatever.
Yeah,
like,
right. Because I'm pretty sure like just the system itself.
Well, that's the reason we decided to stream here today because like I have a more stable internet connection than what we were planning on doing. And the original one, the dude's in the hospital. So
shout out to the homie. Hope you're recovering.
Yeah. So. But I'm glad that we're here now and doing this. So I want to talk spoopy stuff.
All right, man. Dive into it.
You mentioned that you feel like you're clairvoyant.
Yeah.
Let's get into that. Dude.
Okay, so like I too grew up Catholic, right?
Okay.
And my aunt, who's also my godmother, she says she's clairvoyant, right? So she actually sees ghosts and stuff, right? And since I was real young, she had told me that like she gave me the gift when she baptized me, like. I was like, okay, cool.
That's fucking awesome. This sounds like a badass origin story. Rogue exorcist origin story.
So, like, since I was little, I feel like I always hear voices and hear stuff, right? First place was always outside my parents' house, my grandma's house, right? And then I just always hear voices, right? Like people telling me, hey, do this, do that, and or this is my story kind of stuff. And I just like put it in the back of my head and be like, oh no, it's Jesus said don't listen to that, don't do that, So as I grew up, one of the most like intense things that ever happened to me, like ghost thing, like was when I joined the army, I first came back I was on a leave right from Iraq, and I was dating I was married to my ex-wife was a Wiccan, right? So she'd do all these spells and stuff right there, and
that's crazy.
Yeah, right. So I guess like I don't know, she did something to the house that I was living in that like we were under attack by evil spirits and stuff. So I could hear like the shutters and people like trying to get in and stuff. We had to get a priest to come in and bless it and stuff. And then we finally just decided to move from there.
I should have just done like them salt lines on some fucking supernatural shit.
Yeah, right. I don't know, but like, but we ended up just moving, right? Because it got too bad. So as we were coming back, we moved back to Texas, and as we were coming back,
let me interject and ask, where were you guys living at the time?
Fort Stewart, Georgia.
Okay, gotcha.
So I was out there, and everyone tells me that the priest we got it. That was trying to cleanse the house said that something had followed me back from Iraq because
a jinn.
Yeah, like something, right? A jinn or something because that's an old place.
That's
where, like, yeah, and I believe that because that's where like civilization began, right? So I mean, there's civilization.
That's where simulation.
Hey man, the whiskey is getting little.
It's kicking in, right?
I haven't had Buchanan and Coke in a while, dude. Honestly, it's
little bukes.
Little bukes. Very reminds me of my dad. Cheers. Cheers, Dad.
Cheers, boys. Salute.
Yeah, and then so they had told me that the priest had told me that like something had followed me back and it was like clinged on me, right? So I was like, all right, cool. I guess we're just gonna move. Fuck that, right? So we ended up moving, and on our way back and coming through Texas, we stopped at like one of those rest areas, restrooms, kind of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. It was just late at night, right? So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get myself a Monster and take a piss real quick. And then as I'm there getting a Monster and stuff, I feel like a ghost like came up to me and like tapped me on the shoulder, and I turned around. It was like this old dude with like half his face kind of missing, and he was wearing and he was wearing like a military uniform, and I was like, that was freaky, right? I was like, okay, and he's like, hey, is someone chasing you? I was like, what? Like, yeah, I feel like someone's chasing you. I'm like, okay. He's like, but don't worry, I'm a good one. Like, I'm here to protect you. I'm like, okay, fuck that, and I just like hopped in the car and I just like bounced. I was not sticking around for that, and like I don't know. And some people tell me like here in Texas, there's a lot of because we have old history here, right? Like
hardcore, a bunch of different like cultures.
They say specifically in the area that we're in right now in Chacon, and this whole area here was a mass graveyard for people that were like killed during the whole like mob times. So
yeah,
that's what they say. It was a mass Native American burial site and a mass like just a murder site where there were just a lot of bodies and stuff. So sometimes people will report, like especially in that like Laredo Paranormal Research Stories or whatever, Laredo Paranormal Stories. There's a Facebook page that publishes stories that people will, like send in or whatever, and some of them are bullshit, but some of them are like, whoa, okay, that's kind of weird, and they're like very specific. One of them says that like every morning at the train tracks that are just like a block away from here, 2 blocks away from here, that every morning at the train tracks there's an area where behind one of the warehouses that they see what looks like a Native American man and a little girl like in the full dress, like the full clothing, and they're just walking back and forth between a warehouse and the train tracks, and that multiple people have reported seeing it. So it's in the
Laredo's an old city though, right? It's probably like one of the oldest in Texas, I believe.
I think so.
What is it, like 1712 or something like that?
1700s.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think that's old. I think that's older than San Antonio then.
100%.
See, we can find out. We'll fact check that.
Somebody, young Jamie, that shit, dude.
Because someone is yeah, because San Antonio just celebrated their like 300 year centennial like 2-3 years, like 5 years ago, I think. So, I mean, that's crazy. And I've always heard like Laredo's it's an older city, right? And there was always like a lot of it wasn't its own like state or country or some crap for a while, like
briefly,
like real quick.
I don't know. I mean, there's fucking
1755.
1755. There you go.
1755.
Goddamn.
Okay, so
that's fucking old.
So
we're getting old. Yeah.
We're not at the 300 yet, right?
We're almost though.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still impressive.
Still pretty crazy. Like it's something not a lot of people think about.
Someone was telling me the other day that like that tree, y'all have a tree downtown that was like used for hanging.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Yeah, it has like something like 600 bodies of like people who like criminals and like,
maybe.
Oh, like
do me a favor. Could you
stuff and
refill me, please?
Could you hook me up with?
It looks so
Frankie?
nice. Sheesh.
Can I get a?
Sheesh.
Yeah, you can. But I was gonna
just-
say, dude,
just
like
put
so,
a little more ice and then like a splash of Coke and bucana. Yeah.
This
Yeah,
one
hard
time,
splash. Sorry.
my girlfriend and I were driving back into town from San Antonio, and we got here like late at night. Was it San Antonio? I don't remember. Somewhere. But we got back in like late at night, and we were going down Chihuahua, right? On the corner of Chihuahua and Meadow, there's like a gas station. As we were driving past that gas station, there was some guy in like military fatigues that had a rifle on him, like just straight up had a rifle on him. And I looked, and I saw him, and then like my girlfriend saw him too, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And she was like, "I don't know. I don't fucking know." Like it was weird. Like I don't know. Some guy just straight up had a fucking like, cause you can legally do that in Texas, I guess, but like to see it is kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like in the middle of the fucking night. Like,
yeah, right. Like
this guy's strapped with like a fucking. It definitely looked like some sort of maybe like an AR-15 or something. But like I was like, what the fuck? Like that's crazy. Because it was like maybe
just
one or
a
two
man
in
and his
morning.
rifle.
Yeah, no, I believe that. I believe that ghosts could like present themselves as they were in their time, but also I think they could disguise themselves as modern people.
I saw a tweet recently that was like, "Why, if there's like why are all ghosts like Victorian era? Like, why aren't?"
Yeah, you
there
think they
any,
go
like,
shopping, right?
Like wearing Echo and whatever. The fuck,
See, here's the thing, though.
Like
but,
some mid 2000s fashion.
If I died and became a ghost, like I would wear old stuff. I would want to dress like a.
So
pirate,
you'd want to manifest like whatever time you felt like manifesting, I guess.
Yeah,
Is that
like,
what you want
I
to?
don't want to just wear like a suit. Like because if I'm a ghost and I could travel wherever and do anything, like why am I gonna wear like the clothes I died in?
That's fair.
Or like
I
clothes
died
you're
in a
buried in.
Target shirt, some Levi's,
Right.
and like dunks or something. Like just
Or what if you
a-
were like dressed real nice and then like your kid spilt spaghetti on you or something, and you gotta go change and put on a crappy ass shirt, and then like you die.
What if you
like,
die
no.
in your like laundry clothes, just like the very last thing you would ever wear?
Like you and your girl were playing like dress up or something. She's like, "Hey, go put on my underwear and
I don't know if that's never. I've never done that, but it's
You never worn women's underwear?
Just me.
What are you, gay?
just me. Was gonna say, yeah, dude. So there's been some stuff that's happened here, which is weird because actually when we first moved in here, everything's been really chill. But what we do think is going on is there's some fat bitch who is been very negative towards my girlfriend and saying a lot of shit.
Oh no.
And she killed her plants, I think, is what happened also. Because, they say, like, plants absorb
Did your
negative,
mom come over?
negative energy or whatever. Are you calling my mom a fat bitch? I'll kill you right here, bro.
Mrs. Ramirez is a lovely lady.
No, dude. No, there's this girl that's been talking like really. Josh is in LA right now, so I'm stuck recording with my home gear. So there's a little bit of a difference in audio quality. I'm sorry about that. But I did want to give a shout out to our new sponsors, American Fireworks. That's at 4358 Del Mar Boulevard. They're stand right across from that big church on the intersection of Del Mar and Bob Bullock. You really can't miss it. They're going to be open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. from June 24th through June 30th, and from 9 a.m. to midnight for July 1st through the 4th. You can call them and get some information at 210-718-1808. We'll put that number somewhere here on the screen. And go ahead and go show them some love. Tell them aliens on the border sent you. Love you. Peace. Be bad on like Facebook Live and saying some dumb shit. Just talking reckless. Yeah, bro. It's a whole thing. I'll tell you about it some other time.
Oh, no.
Tell me the name right now. I'm just going to mute these.
Drop them. All right.
All right.
Yeah, fuck fat bitch. She says, yeah, she talked a whole bunch of shit or whatever, and mysteriously around the same time that she's been talking shit or whatever and like sending like whatever the fuck she's been sending over,
bad juju.
Our plants have been dying and shit has been really weird like here in the house. And
Latinas fight different, bro.
100%.
They don't square up.
They like
fucking
summon spirits.
Yeah,
and stuff.
dude.
Yeah, they're like
Goddamn.
necromancers and shit. It's nuts.
Like, I'm gonna get my Brujeria cards right now. We're casting spells.
Dude,
like
it
they would be the
happened-
fucking best D&D characters.
Fucking
I'm
send
sending
you
the ojo
to
at you.
send you to the shadow realm and shit. But yeah, so like she was like saying some shit, whatever. And one day, things just kind of popped off here at the place, and like things have been kind of weird since then. I already told the story once, but basically, like we heard like the sound of one of the kids crying in their room, and I was like, "Hey, you should get up and go check that out." And then she was like waking up, and then she's like, "Wait, the kids aren't here right now."
Oh shit!
Because we had just come back from Austin, a show in Austin, and the kids were over at their grandparents' place, right? So, and she was like, it was the cat. Maybe it was just some cats. I'm like, you fucking know that was not a cat. She's like, I won't be able to go back to sleep if I don't say that it's a cat. I'm like, all right, cool. Then it was a cat.
What was the last one?
So it says stimulation.
Oh.
But my thing
yeah, that
says
always happens.
they take out them loteria cards. The fucking beans and shit. Yeah, man.
Buenas putos.
But yeah, man. And so the other day, this is one that I haven't told. I was cooking just right over there, and I had used like some olive oil for whatever the fuck we were making, and I was washing the dishes after I had like whatever I had used to make space in the sink, and the cap that I had for the olive oil thing fell into the sink. Yeah. And I know that happened because I like rinsed it off and like I put it off to the side, and I didn't put it back on the bottle or anything like that. I just left it there for a second. When I turned around, I was like stirring whatever it was that we were cooking, and that same bottle cap flew over my shoulder like if somebody threw it at me.
Oh shit!
So I turned around and I started asking because like my girlfriend and the kids were here, and I started asking them like, hey, which one of y'all threw something at me? I thought they were joking with me, right? And they turned around all smiling like, hey, what are y'all doing, right? And they were all playing video games or like on their
what
own.
are you doing, step bro?
All right, so we were sitting down there, and I mean they were sitting down here and just like playing video games or whatever. And I was like, who threw something? And then everybody was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, no, somebody threw something. And don't mess with me. Somebody threw something at me. And then I realized what they threw was the cap. And I was like, there's no way they would have come over here and grabbed the cap and then thrown it at me without me noticing.
Yeah.
So that was one. I couldn't really explain that. And the other one, the more recent one, is that my girlfriend said that one of these chairs moved on its own when I was gone.
Like just badass
Yeah.
slid or what?
One of the chairs attacked me just a little while ago. So
Damn.
that's crazy.
Yo.
Did y'all's landlord tell y'all like this place might be haunted or this?
No,
place might
actually.
be-
Yeah, well, yeah.
You all just need batteries for the smoke alarm.
They
That's
told
all they
they
need.
told us that if the place isn't insulated very well, that's all they said. That's it.
Insulation, not so good.
But
Ghosts, great.
But we hadn't run into anything. But I will tell you this: the other day I was talking to my neighbors. Right, my neighbor was telling me that they have issues with like something walking
Stuff
up and down
moving.
the stairs, opening, closing doors. You know, the usual thing that you hear. But
Fucking duendes.
for a
bro.
while it got really like weird here. Like we felt like a really just shit energy. Both of us were
Yeah.
tired all the fucking time. We had
mad.
shit sleep. We were like anxious and everything was just shitty. And it was like we did our best to just kind of like push through it. But there was a lot of just like awful energy that was coming off the place. So and I'm like. I don't believe in like much as far as like the supernatural or like any of that kind of stuff, but I do believe in like that manifestation of energy and stuff. So
I'm a
don't
big
know.
believer in energies, like stuff like that. You know-
Energies and vibes.
Yeah.
Frequencies.
Yeah, right. It's like even just less like when we're talking and we're connecting, like we're sending energies to each other, right?
I feel like this is the longest I've talked to you.
Yeah, it probably is. It probably is. But I don't know. I've always liked it. I mean, I always thought you were.
Yeah.
cool.
You were always I would always invite you, and
Respect
you would
it.
always invite me when you were still living here. Like say, hey, come kick it or whatever, and then be like, yeah, but I'm like depressed. I'm not going anywhere. So, but that's the thing is that you met me through a weird time that I was
Oh,
going
it
through
was-
shit. Yeah, it was strange.
2019. I remember, yeah, because I moved. I lived here now here for. I moved down here in 2019 because I'm originally from Carrizo Springs, right? Like,
Chorizo Springs.
Chorizo Springs, right? You know, prettiest girl from Carrizo. That's what I call myself. And yeah, I think 2019 I moved back to Carrizo, but I always came down here because it was closer, way closer than going to Mike's in San Antonio, right? I originally-
Somebody commented, hey, come kick it, and then he would just take you to church.
do it.
I like that guy. That guy's getting a firework. We'll see which one.
I like it. It's well played. Well, good listener. Good listener.
Who was it?
Alex.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then, yeah, so I just started coming doing mics here, and I mean, the mic drop was probably one of my favorite ones, right? So, I that's why I'm always like, I always try to tell people like, come down to the mic drop, and if you like it, but
That's a general reception to whenever people come by here.
and then yeah, and then I moved down here. I moved down here in January 2020, and I thought it was gonna be the best year ever, and it wasn't.
And then it turned out to be COVID.
It turned out to be terrible. And then yeah, so I think around March. Well, me and my business partner D, one of my best friends, right? We started a company, a cut chain management. We're just starting to sell merchandise and stuff. We helped out some of the local comedians here and stuff, and some comedians out in San Antonio, right? And but then like everything started to shut down, right? We wanted to sell T-shirts to all the bars, and then they shut down all the bars. So
God damn.
yeah. So around March, I think when lockdowns started to happen, and Laredo was taking those lockdowns pretty seriously. Like they were chasing people down and get home right now. So I left back.
You had to have like a
Carrizo. I
bag
was
of Whataburger and be like, hey man, I'm just getting food.
Just
Like
need some food,
chill.
man.
That was strange to see, like, especially at that point. I wasn't really doing much traveling out of town for like any shows or anything like that. But when I did first start going, I think I did one in Georgetown, the very first time that I did Barrels and Amps. And when I went over there, like everybody was just living life like normal. I was like, this is weird compared to what's going on
Yeah.
back at home.
Yeah.
There's some places they didn't even care. Like if you went to Florida or like to Arizona, man, they didn't care. They were just doing whatever, man. They're, like places in those like mics never shut down. Like people were still doing comedy.
Yeah, there was a
Think
lot
about
of weird stuff too. Is that also like a lot of people who were just like hacks were taking over a lot of this, the venues and shit, and it was like upsetting a lot of people. But I mean, damn, dude, that's just
What
kind of
about
like the
virtual
way.
mics? Did you ever get on like a virtual?
Yeah,
one?
yeah. I did.
I
did a
saw you
couple of
post recently, like, "Hey, are virtual mics still a thing?"
Yeah, because I'm at the fireworks stand, right, and I wanna do some mics, more mics. It's hard for me to get away, just because the nature of the business, right, the nature of the job. Someone always has to be there, and usually it's me. And yeah, I just want to get some more mics in and stuff because I love comedy, man, and like, and that's why I kind of like support a bunch of.
Don't
these.
do it.
What
Don't do it.
What got you into comedy?
What got me into comedy? Well, I've always liked it, right? I've always seen people and do it and stuff, and since I was young. But really got me doing it was let's see, when I first started 2017, I was living in San Antonio going to film school, and that was really my passion, right, to become a filmmaker. I know. And but my one of my friends, one of my old army buddies wanted me to doing stand-up comedy, so he had asked if I could go like just videotape and doing some stuff. I was like, all right, sure, cool, no problem. And then like I saw him do it. I saw like some of the other people do it, and I'm like, what? I could do that.
Yeah, that's how I started too. Yeah. That's exactly how I started too.
Right.
Everybody's fucking reaction.
Right. So like, you know, I got 5 minutes I thought was really good, and turns out I could not do that. Like it was very hard, but like I caught the bug, you know, and I liked it, and it was like, oh my god, I got to do this again.
You're doing very well now too, right? Like you're seeing you're kind of you got a show up in Corky's, right?
Yeah. My next show's out in Corky's on the 23rd of July.
Nice.
Yeah, this last like 3 months I've been booked every weekend, so it's pretty cool. It's been fun going from like an open micer to like actually getting on shows and stuff, and that's why it's probably what I mean when I talk about like success doesn't seem real at sometimes, you know, but if you track the results, if you track yourself, you'll see that you're doing better, right? Because I remember like having to travel like far, like. To do open mics, just to do open mics, not even paid gig, just to do an open mic.
Yeah,
I traveled to like Laredo or San Antonio or Corpus from Carrizo, right, just to do an open mic, you know, just because I liked it comedy so much. And then now to actually like get paid something, like even if it's like $20 or something, it's like
it's a paid gig. It's a paid gig, bro.
Right?
Yeah, it's
my
cool.
face is on the poster on the flyer. Hell yeah,
dude. Yeah, that's a good feeling too to just start going there. Like it only just hit me today because I got the flyer already officially too. I'm headlining out of town for the first time.
Nice.
I'm gonna be doing Corky's. I'm headlining Corky's.
Hey,
so I'm like
same show I'm on?
No, that's Fred's headlining that one. I'm headlining the weekend before you. I think the 16th. So yeah, man, I get it. I get that idea of like it doesn't feel real, right? It feels kind of like, you know. But I've heard that room's fucking great. Like everybody's told me. Like a lot of really good things about it. So I'm stoked for it.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about that place.
And so as far as like the frequency there, so you're not living in Laredo anymore, right? You're up in
No. Now I'm back in San Antonio. It's just because I'm a disabled veteran, right? And all my doctors and hospitals are out there and stuff. You know, I got like a jacked up back, jacked up knees, tinnitus and stuff, TBI. So it's just. So, like, it's easier for me to stay up there and stuff.
Yeah, like at the VA hospital up there.
Yeah. But, no, and that's where I started comedy, right? So I like it out there. It's a pretty nice comedy scene. It's been getting bigger and stuff. We have a lot of crews out there for comedy. So
in San Antonio?
Yeah. There's a
San Antonio's popping, dude.
Let it play. I think
bro. Give it a.
You get a mic almost every night.
Give it maybe give it enough time for the stuff to die down in Austin, and I think San Antonio would surpass Austin, no problem.
Yeah, no, I believe that. The only thing that's really big about Austin is
you got a lot of names.
You got a lot of names. I mean, Joe Rogan's out there now, and then
Tom Segura's out there.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
He does his,
Kill Tony, man.
Does he do that at the Creek in the Cave?
Yeah. No, he does it at Vulcan.
Oh, I've never been to Vulcan.
Yeah, it's nice, man. It's nice. It's nice. It's a nice spot. I got to do it once earlier this year. It was pretty cool. He called my name. I was like, yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
How was it? How'd you do? Which episode? Did you find your episode?
I did find my episode. I did not remember which one it was, but it was pretty good. I thought I did well. I thought I did, though. You go when you do a
minute, right?
Yeah. So I thought I did my minute good, right? But I didn't think I did, like, the interview. But that's his thing, right? Like, everyone goes up there, they do a minute joke, and then he roasts you.
Yeah, just roasts you, grills you.
Yeah, for 30 minutes, and then so you feel like you did a badass job for like a minute, and then like you feel like shit for like the next 10.
If you hit it like really fucking well, that's like a good stepping stone from
100%.
Like that dude Hans Kim, you heard of him?
Oh yeah.
He's got a fucking great story of going from living in his van in New York to following the Creek in the Cave down here, and then living in his van out here and hitting the mic all the time. And then he does Kill Tony once, fucking booked as a regular, and then now he's traveling with, you know.
And he always starts the show now.
Duncan Trussell, Joe Rogan.
He's on
there. Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, it is wild.
But I mean, it's dedication, man, dude. I mean, he comes up with a new minute every week. So I mean, that's something, dude. Like that, a minute in comedy is like. he tends to come up with. Like a good minute.
It's like a whole rap album, dude.
Yeah.
Or at least a single.
All my new stuff has sucked. So I just got like a.
I don't know. I don't think it sucked. I just think it hasn't been like the right energy.
I haven't
on the
worked
crowd.
it. The thing is that like it's weird to work stuff here at a place like the Mic Drop because I feel like everybody's chasing the laugh because it's stacked with people. Like it's a good fucking crowd.
I'm chasing something. I don't know if it's a laugh.
You go sometimes you go there and like it's hard to gauge how you did because like it can be the crowd is like off or it can be the crowd's like super on and maybe they're over compensating or they're overreacting to your joke and it's like I don't know, it's hard to gauge it, but I do think it's better than like just like, well, I'm gonna recite it to no one, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Oh yeah,
sure.
definitely. Like that's where it counts. The mic.
This last mic was the first time in a long time that I had like a full zero. Like just a fucking
you lost
zero.
the crowd at the beginning, bro.
Like zero, dude.
Yeah.
Just a fat.
Can I tell you something?
donut.
Can I tell you something?
Shoot.
This guy opened up with a Uvalde joke, bro.
It was very. It was very fucking quiet, and I was like, "Damn!" I couldn't tell if this was an open mic or the Uvalde fucking memorial. And then,
Bro, how fucking
you would have laughed at that.
Dude, bro.
It's kinda funny.
Oh my,
It's so
you
funny.
know, but like it was. I get his reaction now because I'll say this, like whenever we go to a fucking open mic, it's always him, it's always Josh, Eric Barra, Mario, and Ivan
Funny guys.
who will laugh when somebody's bombing because they fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
The moment that there's
Nobody was laughing at this.
Just love
bomb,
to see
though.
others in pain.
the moment the moment that there's even just like a little bit of like a lull in it, they love it, bro. They'll eat it the fuck
Y'all
up.
don't fuck
dude.
with me.
Yeah. There was one time you remember Ernie, right?
Yeah.
All right, so
he's out in San Antonio now.
Yeah.
he's
His
San
mic's
Antonio.
out there.
So Ernie, I remember this one time he was, he's peppy on stage. And, hey, what's going on, guys, or whatever. And so he gets up there. Ernie will get up there and he's like super animated or whatever, and he really wins the crowd over with that stuff because it's like super relatable. Like, hey, you ever have sex while listening to music, right? And then it's like, okay, right? And
You're shitting on him so
I'm
hard
not
right now.
shitting
Just
on
so
him.
everyone
It's
knows.
just I'm
This
giving him
fucking
the
asshole,
I'm
dude.
giving him the props, and it's like a very digestible set, and it's very accessible to people.
You're basically
who are
calling
just
him the Taylor
That's
Swift.
not what I'm saying. I could call him a prop comic for using his belt. But yeah, you remember the belt, right? So he
That
has
shit
a
was
belt
fire,
buckle
dude.
that in the middle of his set, if it's not going well, he flips that bitch open and sets his beer on it, and people love it. They eat it up. Well, this one time he was doing really well, tracking really well, and then he gets to this part where he's like, "Look, I'm all for LGBTQ rights and everything, but here's the thing. Here's where I have a problem." And he's like, "If you're trans, whatever, just don't say you were born that way." And bro, the silence, dude. Oh my god, I could cut through the fucking it was. I remember
You
hearing.
can hear a fart in the back, dude. That's how fucking
bro. It
quiet
quieted
that shit
down
was.
so hard, and I just hear these fuckers in the back going.
I was cracking up so fucking hard.
I was just like, Jesus Christ. So when this happened, I understood it because I hear him say that, and everybody, like all at the same time, just, ugh.
I saw a couple smiles in the front.
And there was a couple of people who were like, "This is weird."
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, it was it's been wild seeing like the dynamic that's happening with different comics that have been going up. We've had some new signups that are going up there now. I'm excited to see what it's going to come out to. I do think this year, especially with the stuff that we're working on, we're probably going to invite more people to come and start doing it. Not going to announce it here, but we're working on a few things. to
Yeah,
kind
no,
of
that's a great
expand
spot, the Couture.
Yeah, well, no, we might do something at another spot, but we're working on something to kind of expand it. Because the thing is, dude, we don't have like we have the women, like the female comics that we've got. We've got
The one,
women.
the two.
We've got two, right? Amber, who will
when
occasionally
is Sia
go.
going to do comedy?
Dude, Sia's been talking about doing a set since we started dating. It's been a fucking
Damn.
year already.
Like a duo?
So that's one thing also that we're
Okay.
thinking about doing is doing like tandem mics. or ladies' night or something where you get a free drink or something. I need sponsors who will come up to that, do that. But we're working on doing different things for expanding the scene, because I think there's a lot of love for like the pure version of comedy, like the purists, the people who are like, oh yeah, you come and you do, but there's not like a scene for like alt comedy or like like there's nothing that's really it's a boys club. It's a big boys club. That's what it is right now.
Not on purpose, I would say.
Not on purpose. But I have heard
kind of rare.
Well, it's because the thing is that I've heard
at least
from
here.
the thing that I've heard is that a lot of the female comics, or a lot of females who have come up to me and said like I would really like to try out doing comedy, they're intimidated with like the fact that it's a boys club, and I think it takes some good comics like Sarah and Amber, some good female comics to like really encourage people to come out, because I think
I've never seen Amber like do comedy.
What?
Amber's
I've never seen her set.
Well, the thing is that she hasn't gone to a mic drop in a while,
like
but we had her on a showcase, and she would hit the mics pretty often before, and she was doing really well. I just really haven't like seen her since, but yeah, Sarah's
pretty
yeah,
good.
Sarah's
Good
very dedicated and very like she's a very honest worker, and I think like the way that's happened, I think she does a good job. And I'll give credit to Steve too. Like they do a good job at encouraging people to get into the scene, or if they're already in the scene, they encourage them to continue doing it.
Keep
right?
coming out
But it's hard, man. It's hard, like especially for females. Like a lot of them.
I'd imagine that like just like stand-up comics are just terrible people. So I mean, I bet we give off creepy vibes.
Fair.
I don't know. I'm pretty personable. I don't know what you're saying.
San Antonio has a larger female.
They also have like fucking
but it's
4
a bigger
times
city,
the population.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
a
mean?
bigger
So it's just
city,
like a
right?
higher
So,
likelihood that there will be.
We still have 250,000 people here. I think.
Yeah, dude. But
there's still
there should be some females out there who like doing comedy. Right?
I'm sure. I just think it's a matter of like inclusivity.
I think the poets.
And
are
the thing is, it also
you need to, like pull from the poets.
Well, yeah, actually we should, but
yeah,
I'm gonna try doing poetry soon, man. So I might go in there and like hit,
Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna switch for a while.
Dude, you should host.
She's gonna start hosting the mic drop.
What? Yes.
And I'm gonna start going to the border.
Just shit on people. Be like, look at this guy over here with this fucking shirt.
Look at your fucking shirt and your stupid shoes.
You're wearing Jordans. Nice.
Jordans.
Where's your child support, pussy, or something like that?
Wow.
Just go for the fucking throat.
That went fucking for the throat real quick.
Yeah, 100%.
But I do think there should be more female comedians.
Yeah, there's some funny females
and
out
like
there.
even if you're not funny, like you can try to work to become funny. Like there's a lot of comics that are in it right now that are not.
I was not funny
hilarious.
when I started.
You think so?
I'm not funny.
No, not at all.
Josh is not funny, bro.
Dude, I had like
he's
got
some good sets, man. But
oddly enough, at the Cobrew, like I had like some confidence because the 3 people that were there were like actually like enjoying the set and laughing. Which so going into the mic drop, I was like, oh, dude, like it's gonna be, I'm ready. And then like that full 0 just kind of like, all right, took the fucking wind out of myself real fast. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. I think Josh has this thing where it's like it's a real seesaw factor, like if it's really hard to get like the balance in, because he does really well at once, so he goes like, oh yeah, my confidence is super up, then he bombs and it goes all the way down, right? So it's like really hard.
And
to
that's
get
just more and more experience.
Yeah,
more time,
honestly,
more
yeah,
mics,
because I mean, you
more
still got
mics.
what I think is a huge beneficial thing, especially for comics here locally. If you're looking at like trying out comedy, like hit the out of town stuff too, because like the perspective that you get, and I think that's actually what made like the mic drop successful, or even had Franny and I continue with comedy, is going out and like seeing what's happening in other cities, because there's like even like hitting the Buzzmill, dude. My God, the Buzzmill, fun as shit. Always some random
that the
stuff.
Austin one?
That's Austin.
I didn't even know that one. It's a little piece of joint.
You it's got like a food truck thing, and they have like some infused liquors and coffee and all this crazy shit there.
What?
I've been to a few
you got to
nights
go
in
and check it out. And it's a popular spot too, because sometimes like they'll have random pop-ins like Hannibal Buress or who was there the last time?
Liam Neeson.
Kyle Kinane. And the
Kyle Cocaine.
Kurt Cocaine.
Yeah.
And so they'll have
Bangs.
little like pop-ups there
Austin
randomly,
is blowing
but
up. Austin is blowing up like crazy, man. It's,
yeah, some would say too much, I would think, but
I don't know. I don't think it's a bad thing. But then what do I know? I don't know anything. So
this is Joe Rogan and Tony Hinchcliffe brought everyone. Like,
yeah.
was it? I mean, Tony Hinchcliffe, was he always there? Or was it somewhere? Was he somewhere?
No,
else?
he was in L.A.
he was in
oh
LA
no,
for a
thing
long
was at
time.
the store.
Oh,
Like
okay.
yeah.
Kill Tony was at the store.
Yeah,
every
he'd always
week.
done traveling. Like I remember seeing him at the LOL in San Antonio like a couple years
Yeah.
before COVID. But then but also they all came down here because we have like the lowest taxes too. Like,
that
everybody-
and nobody gave a fuck about COVID out here. Like they still had like
Yeah.
clubs open and
There
shit.
was-
Like that was
I think San Antonio only closed for like 1 week for COVID. Like, so I mean, it was pretty open.
it definitely was.
I remember going over there when things were supposed to be closed, or when things were closed. It just looked so weird, being on like the Riverwalk and like nobody there. It was fucking.
I want to play
strange.
tag down there when that happened. Like, just
I fucking went to like 6th Street like in 2020
and
to
there
like
was no one
on
out there?
Halloween and it was packed. Got drunk as fuck. Had to use like a homeless person's phone and I still didn't catch COVID.
I caught COVID this year.
Same in the beginning.
like just a few months ago. I have COVID right now, and I'm just kidding. No,
My name is COVID.
I caught it like just a few months ago, and I caught it from
That's
a
right, I
little
remember.
from a little fat kid at my job, little
X job.
piece of shit. Yeah, he was just there and like coughing on everybody, and it was just like we would tell him like go to the nurse. He said he didn't want to, and I was just kind of like, man,
You're a fucking
an
asshole.
But yeah, man. It was. I remember catching it and just feeling. Have you guys? You had it for sure.
I had it
I had it,
once.
yeah.
You had
at
it
least,
once?
at least, maybe twice. But I know the first time I caught it, I didn't have any
Symptoms?
I was asymptomatic, right? But I was living with my folks at the time, and my dad had it, my mom had it.
Oh, I remember that. You
Yeah.
told us about it
and
actually.
like my dad.
You had to
almost
drop
died.
out of a show or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And yeah, it almost killed my dad. Like he was in a.
See that very casually,
Yeah.
dude. It's oh yeah,
Because he
totally.
survived,
There's a lot of
you know?
people
I almost
died.
got the
A lot
house,
of-
right? No,
A lot of people.
I had my.
That's
fucking-
how I got the business.
Right, and then
All of a sudden,
he was
his
in
fireworks
a
stand
medically
burned down.
induced coma for like 2 weeks.
Damn.
And then he
That's
came out of
wild.
it, and he has not been the same since. And yeah, but like I remember one night, like they told me like his blood pressure dropped super low, and I was just like, wow, that's it. Like, oh my god, like that's
This is it. Like we're at the precipice.
thank you God or the universe, whatever out there, for giving me this guy in my life, right? As my dad. So, but like legit, we thought he was gonna die that night. So, and then the second time I caught it, like I did catch it. Like it was for sure that I caught it because I felt like crap the entire week. Like I did not want to go out. I didn't want to move. Everything fucking hurt. Like I had two dogs at the time, and I did not take them out for like 3 days. So when I came out of COVID, like my apartment was just covered in dog shit.
Nice. Move the mic a little closer to you. I think
Oh yeah. And then but yeah. So yeah, I definitely caught it that one time.
If I go back in time, like right after my son was born, he was born in August of 2020. In December of 2020, I remember like feeling like a headache and feverish for like a day or two, but then it just cleared up. And then at the beginning of this year, I was like, I caught it, but then it was just kind of like I had a headache for like a week, and that was it.
Y'all think it was like made in a lab?
100%, dude.
100%, right?
Like,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
would it not be? It came
I
from
don't
a
think
place
it
where
was.
they
I
studied
think
that.
it was made. I think it was made in a lab to be. Thank you, babe. Made in a lab to be studied on.
And then it accidentally
and
got
then
out.
it accidentally got out.
It
But
got
I
out.
don't think it was made for the purpose of being weaponized and
You
like
think it was like 12 Monkeys
crushing,
style, or
like,
were like
yeah,
some
nah.
rogue scientist went out
Or
there,
Contagion.
Like, I'm killing everyone.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah,
They're
no, I
like-
think it was. I think it was. There's been.
Do you think they let it go so they could take down Trump?
No, I think
No?
it was
100%.
I think it was. You really think that?
No.
I think it was definitely used to take down Trump.
I don't think it was used to take down Trump. I think it
I
was
think-
an accidental like exposure that spread from there. But I don't think it was like a purpose. Like, oh hey, let's release this thing,
I think
crush
like
the global
all
economy and change life as we know it.
100%. That's exactly what happened because of the Great Reset and the shit that they've been talking about since like
Yeah.
right when at the precipice of like when COVID jumped off and shit. They were like, we got to make sure we cripple the world's economy and whatnot.
Yeah,
So
they gotta take all our stuff. They gotta own everything, man.
yeah, you will own nothing and be happy. That's essentially like their slogan for the Great Reset and all that shit, which is pushed by the top 1% of wealthy
George
people.
Soros, I don't know.
Yeah, George Soros. No, well, look, let's just say this. Like, this is facts. Like, John Hopkins' study is like, hey, dude, the lockdowns actually didn't help for shit. Negligible assistance into like the actual thing. So like,
Yeah, that's what they're
the
saying.
prolongation of it was essentially not.
I felt
necessary.
early on. I had some suspicions. Like early on, they were fudging some numbers like on how deadly it was. Because I remember like wanting to go take a test, and they were like, "No, sir, you're not sick enough."
Yeah.
Like, so only the people
that were like
who were like super sick would be able to take a test, and then it's like, well, those are the people who are gonna die. You know, then all of a sudden it was like the next narrative. Well, now they come up with a bunch of COVID tests, and now they're like, okay, now everyone come test it. Well, now everyone has it. It's like, wait, what?
I don't know.
They're fudging the numbers.
It's definitely a weird moment in history where, you know, it was like the biggest upward transfer of wealth that has happened in the history. of anything.
The record numbers for like corporations is like,
Absolutely, yeah, and that's
Especially
another
through
reason
like
why
the CARES
people
Act
thought,
and all that shit.
yeah, why people thought it was a big host was because like there was a legitimate like stock market crash like in March of 2020.
And then they were like, "We'll stop it. Let's just throw $5 billion at it.
Yeah,
Print money out of
more
nowhere."
than that. They were throwing like trillions of dollars in
true.
Wall Street at the time. Like one day, like they turned on Wall Street, it lost like
it was just like
$500 billion it lost, and then they like had to turn it off. It was like
they're like, wait a minute. And then the government was like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll just buy like bonds and securities and everything at a record fucking high.
Yeah,
unprecedented economic intervention
it
by
was
like
crazy.
the Fed. But you know, inflation because they gave us $1,000 and shit for the fucking
Yeah, that's the one thing I
check,
never understood.
which is not like why it happened.
And then how much is that money? Like I've paid way more than $1,400 in taxes my entire life. Like,
100%.
I can't get like people are gonna like bust us for like getting that.
There's a crazy graph on like the M1 money supply, which is like referring to all this currency in circulation that dramatically skyrockets within like the 2020 till now. Like 80% of the money in circulation has been printed in the last like 2 years. Some fucking ridiculous shit like that.
If you watch the national debt, right? Every president since Clinton kept it under $5 trillion, right? And then every president after that has like almost doubled it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, who the fuck are y'all?
Just like, yeah.
Like, who owes all this money? Because I fucking don't. Like,
I'm getting sued. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
what? For real?
I got served papers a few days ago.
Oh, no.
For what?
Can you talk about it?
I guess it could. I don't know. I'd say, some guy called me and he was like, "Hey man, I'm at your address. Is this Roger?" I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "Who's asking?" He was, "I'm here to serve you some papers for court."
You
And
should
I
have
was
been
like,
nah, man, wrong number.
I was like,
you
no.
center money,
And
or
I was like, no, actually. So here's the thing: there was a point after I lost my job after I lost my job with a major electronics company that I was working with, that rhymes with Boney. And when I lost my job with them, it was a huge fucking hit because I mean I wasn't gonna be making the money I was making at that rate anymore. So I was not expecting it. I was supposed to have that job for 2 more years because of the contract that I was a part of, right? But since Texas is at will, right, they could just fucking let you go whenever they feel like letting you go. So yeah, I lost my job, and I was laid off, and I went to collect unemployment, and I would have done well in unemployment, except I found another job a month or two after that, so I only collected unemployment like twice. Right? Yeah, and they were paying me well since I was making enough money. They pay you, I think, like 75% or less or something like that. And they were paying me well with the unemployment benefits. But I found a job. I got hired onto that job, and I had that job for about a month and a half, and then I was fired because the person who I was working under. This is a very crazy story, which I don't think I should get into on here, but I'll say it here. I'll say it anyway. The person who hired me
allegedly
had me in charge of doing sponsorship applications, right? Which is basically like, oh, we're a 501c3, right? And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna raise money for the 501c3 through looking up people who do like sponsorships, whether it's like grants or whatever it might be. Now, here's the thing: a majority of like the people who are like on the like chain of commerce or whatever it might be, they will do sponsorships through grants, but you need to have an actual 501c3, which means you have to have state certification that shows tax exemption, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I got hired under the idea that it was already done. They already had the 501c3, but what had happened was they got accepted, but they hadn't received any actual like exemption status until it was supposed to be like a leeway of like 6 to 8 months.
Oh shit!
So I couldn't do anything other than like hit people up and be like, do you want to give a donation? It's not going to be a grant because they can't write it off for their taxes. They can give a donation to, you know, whatever, right? So what ended up happening with that was I was the sponsorship coordinator. I was doing really well with at least getting them some money, but not well enough to, I guess, pay for my position. So they fired me, and I when I tried claiming unemployment benefits again, they were like, no, that's too soon. And you don't work as long as you should have in that job.
Wow.
They fucked me so hard, bro.
That's crazy.
And
I
so
know people were working for like 2 days for a company and then they got injured or something. And then
and so there was plenty of there's probably something more I could have done, but I was so overwhelmed by like how quickly everything was happening, and so I ended up defaulting on some stuff, and so I guess
Center?
No, not Rent a Center. No, I ended up defaulting on a credit card, and I was just like, well, I mean, it's either I eat or I pay you guys. Like, so sorry, I'm gonna choose to eat. And I ended up getting like, you know, and it's not even a lot of debt, honestly. It's like it's like $3,000 maybe, right? Like, it's not like a ridiculous amount, but they, you know, these companies, what they'll do is they'll buy up somebody's debt, and then they'll harass the shit out of you to try and get you to pay it. When realistically, you don't have to pay anything until they take you to court. And so I got served some papers, and they were like, yeah, so hey, if you guys want to help me pay my debt, be a patron or something. But yeah, man, it's caused me a lot of stress, and I'm like fucking annoyed.
Because you know what also happened is during COVID when they were giving away all that money, debt collectors got bailed out. Debt collectors got bailed out.
Tell me about it. And then not only that, but like the paycheck protection loans that they were giving out, those fucking things were like, they were massively like undergone with fraud. Like all of them. It's like all the people that are barely getting investigated now, like people who took out loans and like, oh, hey, I'm getting this paycheck loan for my employees or whatever, but then I'm letting people go and then I'm buying like an Escalade with it. Like, fuck off, you know? So, but yeah, man, I got served some papers the other day, and I'm going to make a bit out of it eventually, but I got served some papers, and they were like, you have 14 days to respond. And I was like, all right, whatever, dude. I'm hoping they'll at least help me settle for something. They have some money that I can settle with, but I'm not going to pay the full fucking thing because I know they got it for pennies on the dollar. So
yeah, absolutely, right. Absolutely.
But I mean, whatever, dude. You know, they say this. I remember seeing a meme or some shit that says like, your 20s is like you do this like really terrible damage to your fucking to your credit, and then like your 30s is like you trying to fix it. Like, so that's where I'm at right now. But hey, man, whatever I learned. It was just a really weird thing. And the motherfucker that served me the papers, dude. Oh, dude, just some piece of shit in basketball shorts and fucking tee and like some chanclas and just
that's nice for it, man.
like if you're gonna show me like, dude, you
put
know
some effort into it,
right?
Bro. Effort Pineapple Express, bro.
You know what though, dude? Is like he served me these papers. He was dressed like complete shit, which is fine, whatever, dude. You're comfortable with that, doing that. But when you're on the job, right, whatever. He was in a fucking Mercedes, a red Mercedes.
Oh,
dude,
man.
Dude, the amount of like fucking anger that I had getting out of that shit. Where I was just like, man, you fucking piece of shit. You know, you're serving papers that
motherfucker in a red Mercedes.
Yeah, but all right, man. I don't know, man. I just that's kind of where that was at, and I'm upset about it, but it is what it is. I think we should start getting to the raffling portion.
Yeah, you want to
for
give
sure,
some
man.
of this stuff out?
Yeah, I'll let you make the call, dude. How do you want to do it? You want to just name somebody off of the people that would liked or shared the video? Or,
Yeah, let's do that. Who's liked
here,
or
let's
sharing
go.
it?
All right, so let's say we have.
Let's give some to your Patreons. Let's give the bigger stuff to y'all's Patreons.
Okay,
Right?
bet.
I appreciate that, man. So far for let's see the likes. We have Sarah, we have Clarissa, we have Lauro, we have Estela, we have Helen. We have Smoker's Alibi Mobile Cigar Lounge, and we have Joel for the likes. Those are the likes.
Who's Joel? Joel what?
Joel Mama. Nah, just kidding.
right.
Joel
Any of them
okay,
listening?
okay.
Let's see. Whoever gives us one more like.
All right, yeah. Next person to like this video gets some fucking.
Next person to like and subscribe.
Next person to like and subscribe gets something.
Then y'all can message me. I guess I can have a message me. You want to come pick them up at your house? I don't know, man.
No, I'm not gonna have to pick anything up at my house.
Y'all can come pick it up at my fireworks stand off of it's the address is 4600 East Del Mar, right outside of Bob Bullock, right? American Fireworks. You come pick it up. You just message me. Who's gonna like it next?
CO liked it. I'm not.
Not CO.
Not CO. That's cheating.
Share it.
I saw Brandon like it, but I don't know if you can
Brandon
get anything over to Brandon.
I'll hold it for him. If Brandon likes it, I'll hold it.
I did see Brandon like it, so we'll say Brandon Dolly.
So Brandon gets
Brandon
it. I
Dolly.
saw Brandon today.
Did you?
Yeah, he's in town for a little bit, I think.
In here in Laredo?
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
no
cool.
shit, there you go.
Hey, well, dude, if you get to see him today, fucking give him his fireworks.
Hey,
Brandon,
yeah.
you want a little baby pack?
Love you, Brandon.
The
You're gonna give me a little baby pack.
Little
baby
starter pack.
That's what you want, buddy. That's what you want, buddy.
Let's see. We'll make this next one interesting. This next one, whoever comments, the name of the church that you're right across from.
Right.
If anybody knows the name of the church, you'll get the second biggest, the second smallest one on here. If you comment the name of the church,
Comment the name of the church and win.
I don't even know the name of that church.
I do. I know. Even if you just abbreviate it, whatever. Whoever comments the name of the church, keep an eye on yours, because mine's updating late.
It's called My Mercy or something.
It's not.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah, no, I used to give out candy to them, like whenever they left. Yeah. I used to dress. When I first started doing this, man, I used to dress up as Uncle Sam, and
Fuck yeah,
for a full suit, right, and like long
coattails
and strap pants and the American hat, and I'd like right when they leave off of church, I'd always give them candy and stuff.
Just give my prize to the next kid that comes to the fireworks stand. That's what Brandon said.
Oh, that's so kind of you.
Nice.
Boom, there you
Dolly,
go.
I love you, man. You're so fucking
He's
cool.
good people.
Shout out to
Good people. Good people.
Good heart, that guy.
I'm out here petting the shit out of Ghost because he's chill.
Yeah, Ghost is a good dog.
He's so what kind of dog is he?
While somebody looks for the name of the church, and thank you, Dolly, for doing that. While somebody looks for the name of the church, this next one, which will be what? The gold, the black gold one?
Let's do the black gold, right?
Black gold, yeah.
Should we do that one for patrons?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do these two for Patreons.
Okay, two for
bet.
Patrons. Yeah, shout out to the Patrons.
Alex is one of the patrons.
Dude, one of them
One of
automatically
Alex?
goes to Alex. They have
yeah.
one of them.
Let's give him
Let's
this.
give him the black gold.
He's in Austin though, so we're gonna have to ship
okay.
it to him.
Ship it or
Does he
just
live in
come
Austin?
down.
He lives in Austin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come down to Laredo or figure
All
something
right, we'll
out.
figure something out.
Yeah,
Tell
if
one
you-
of your
Message
family
me,
members to come pick it
message
up.
me or something.
Yeah.
John Abraham.
We'll
Message
put
John
your put your information in the show notes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you can contact me.
Yeah, or message Aliens in the Border and we'll put you in contact.
Yes. Messages,
And then so let's do that other one.
Big one.
We have 8 patrons, right?
Yeah.
And
Have them knife fight for it. No.
let's see.
Do like a randomizer with all their names.
Yeah. Okay.
Just exclude Alex because he's already won one.
All right. Let's do that. We'll do a quick randomizer.
Random dancing.
We'll do a randomizer. This is weird to do on here. So hey, we'll use this time to we'll use this time to shout out our patrons, which are Alex, who's currently watching this.
Hey,
What up, Alex?
We've got Isaac. Shout out Isaac, who was
dude.
in an accident recently, a very bizarre one. He's doing much better. He's currently out of the hospital now, but we're all sending him good thoughts and prayers and
Thoughts and
vibes
prayers.
for the
Fireworks.
boy and a quick recovery for it. We love you, Isaac. It's very unfortunate what happened to you, but I'm sure you'll find some hilarity in it. after you're healed and not in pain. So we got Isaac, we've got Ernie. We've got
Ernie,
Pedro.
We got Peter, aka Pedro, or Pedro, aka Peter. We also got Mr. Lemon, aka Landon. We have this person named Monica. We have Marlene, who is my girlfriend. Oh, we also have a new patron. Shout out to Ivan.
Ivan.
Yeah, Ivan
Nice.
That's 7.
Yeah.
And then I took Alex out. So is that all we have right now?
Let me go back.
Isaac, Ernie, Peter, Mr. Lemon, Monica, Marlene, Ivan.
Yes.
That's all we've got?
Yes.
she's so fluffy.
All right.
So
So let's do that. We have 7 entries. We're going to tap to spin now. And the
Tap to
winner
spin.
is Monica.
Ooh.
Hey,
who
Monica.
we don't have any contact with, right?
No, she has yet to reply. We have
Oh,
your
no.
stickers on hold as our patron.
Should I do another one?
Yeah.
Backup
Hey,
or
look.
something?
Sarah commented the name of the church.
Sarah wins.
Yes.
Sarah wins. Wait, did she say the right name?
Yes, she
What
did.
is
the
it?
right name.
What I said, but in Spanish, because that's the actual
Well,
name.
there we go.
Iglesia Cristiana Misericordia. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Cool. So Sarah, you know where to get your prize.
I bet
Thanks
that's
so
the
much for
church she goes
participating.
to.
And should I do another spin?
Yeah, do another spin
Let's
just in
spin.
case. Monica,
Monica,
if we can't
get
get
at
in
us.
contact with you, yeah.
Stop
gotta call us,
dodging. We're
Monica.
trying to give you free
Yeah.
shit.
We've been trying to give you stickers.
The winner is Isaac. We got Isaac as a winner.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Shout out to Isaac.
He'll be able to
You got
enjoy
2
them.
minutes of
but
fireworks.
hey, man, 2 minutes of fireworks. Isaac,
Yeah.
you won a prize on our podcast going live. Yeah, man. So, hey, thanks so much to American Fireworks and John
Yeah.
Abraham for giving out these prizes. There's
Yes.
plenty of other really cool shit that you can find at his stand. I've taken a look at it myself. I love fireworks. I'll definitely be out there to check them out. If you guys do go by and buy something at these at his stand, just tell the Medians on the Border sent you. He's a sponsor of the podcast, and you'll see it in the ads in the regular episode if you're watching this not live.
Yeah,
but
if you're watching this afterwards.
also follow him at what's your you have a comedy page?
Yeah, John Abraham comedy on Facebook and Instagram and stuff. I also do a podcast myself, the John Don't Know Show. So you can always
John
find out.
Don't Know Show.
Yeah.
There you go.
I go and interview just random people.
We don't plug other podcasts on here.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
I'm joking.
I thought this
definitely
was
do
crossover.
all the time.
You guys know.
And then definitely, just follow us on patreon.com/AOTBcast. You saw we always try to reward our sponsors and our listeners, our patrons, with cool shit that we're always trying to do. And there's a lot more cool shit coming up soon. Josh, do you have anything to plug?
Yes, I don't. Oh, yeah, we do. What the fuck? This Friday, a couple days from now, we're going to be at Cultura Beer Garden for 4th Dimension Fridays. Everything is Everything, Affidavit and Wedding Rings.
Multiversal madness.
Yes.
Wow.
So every conspiracy is true edition. That's what we're going to get into. Everything. From top to bottom.
Yeah, so
Simulation theory to Trump is JFK reincarnated.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about all that kind of stuff that got our podcast banned maybe about a year ago. So,
Nice.
but hey, yeah, go and check that out. That's going to be this Friday upstairs at Cultura Beer Garden. It's my motherfucking birthday on Saturday, so
Yeah, so come out and celebrate and tell
We're
Roger
celebrating
happy
Friday.
birthday and give him a big old middle finger to the face.
no, don't cash at me if you're not gonna go.
Yeah.
Help me pay off my fucking debts, dude. And I will be. We're having another open mic next. I think by the
Next
time.
Thursday.
Yeah, no, you're watching it right now, but we'll post this I think next Thursday. But
Oh,
we're
when
having-
this drops, the mic is...
Yeah, the mic will be going on July 7th at Cultura Beer Garden. That's upstairs. The mic drops. Open mic comedy. Anybody who wants to go and sign up, you can just show up,
It's
sign
the
up, and do
best
stand
open
up.
mic in Texas.
That's
There you go.
that's
That's
big.
fucking-
That's
yeah.
big. I appreciate that, man. That's
I've
crazy.
been around and seen some open
you
mics,
have
yeah.
been to a lot of open mics.
Yeah,
I know
it's-
that.
It's my favorite, definitely.
I appreciate that. So now you heard it from the man himself, John Abraham. It's
John
the best.
Abraham Lincoln, 1776.
Yeah, and I'll be headlining at Temple, Texas, at Corky's on July 16th. So if you want to get out there, it's a little bit of a drive from Austin. Go and support, and I appreciate that, and I love you so much.
And I will be at the Comedy Cellar headlining in New York on
asshole.
July the 17th. Get your tickets now at joshdoesnotreallydo comedy.com. Thank you. We love you. Goodbye.
Peace.
Woo! That was fun. I like the guys.